Hi, I'm Hazel, and you're about to be the readiest raider in the room. This video is all about the Agramar fight in Antorus on normal and heroic difficulty. As a reborn titan of destruction, Agramar's favorite thing in life is showing off his cool sword and finding new and improved ways to light things on fire. There's a lot of fire. He's got an energy bar, and at 100% energy he unleashes a 5-part combo sequence of mechanics. That combo is the same every time, so don't worry if your Street Fighter skills are a little rusty. You'll be in Phase 1 until Agramar reaches 80% health. Taeschalak's Reach is our first tank mechanic. The two tanks will need to stack with each other and keep a little distance from the melee to make sure that they share it. It does stack a debuff on its primary target, and you're going to want to swap on 8 to 10 stacks. Scorching Blaze puts pulsing fire debuffs on random players. Make sure that you've got at least 3 clear yards of space if you get the debuff, and be especially careful up there in melee. Wake of Flame is this set of fire blades that spawn and then shoot out from the boss. You want to dodge those. You're going to see Wake of Flame tacked onto other parts of this fight later, and whenever you see it, the right answer is always to dodge. At 100 energy, Agramar unleashes his Taeschalak Technique combo. It's a 5-part string of 3 mechanics arranged in an A-B-A-B-C order. I promise that it's easier than it sounds. Position the raid, including the off tank, in a stack behind the boss, and have the active tank on the opposite side. Mechanic A in that sequence is Foe Breaker, which is a frontal cone attack. The active tank must face him away from the raid, and you are going to need a decent survival cooldown on that tank. Coordinate with your healers and make sure that you've got something good on you, or else you're going to need to burn a battle res. Mechanic B is Flame Rend, which is a very large cleave and knockback attack that must be soaked by everyone except the tank that just got Foe Broken. As soon as Foe Breaker has happened, the off tank taunts to turn the boss to face the stacked raid. Everyone will share damage and get knocked back. After the knockback, you need to scurry back into position because it's going to happen again in a sec. If not enough people eat the Flame Rend, bad things happen, so make sure that everyone gets stacked up. The third part is another Foe Breaker, and it cannot be taken by the same tank that took the first one. As soon as the first Flame Rend has gone out, the active tank needs to run through the boss, spin him back away from the raid, and get a cooldown rolling. Part 4 is another Flame Rend, so now the new stacked tank needs to taunt again to spin him back towards the raid. Everyone should have scuttled back into place in time to eat another Flame Rend. Because everyone is stacked, healers can use group heals to pick everyone up at once. After the second Flame Rend, the final part of the combo is Searing Tempest. He's going to light up the middle of the room with lava, so as soon as the second Flame Rend kicks you back, you need to turn around and run for the edges of the room. That's the whole combo. It's very much easier than it sounds on paper, and most of the legwork is on the tanks. As long as nobody fat fingers a taunt at the wrong time, everything should be just fine. At 80% health, Agramar enters his first intermission. Corrupt Aegis makes him immune during this phase, so all of the focus is going to be on ad management. 2 types of ads will spawn, and if you raided Firelands at all, you're about to get some flashbacks. Flames of Taeschalak are the big ads, and there'll be 2 of them. Each tank takes one and moves them away from the smaller Ember ads due to their catalyzing presence. Kill both big ads to end the intermission. The Embers of Taeschalak are the smaller flame ads, and these are similar to the Ragnaros flames from Firelands. They'll beeline towards the boss, explode when they touch him, and can be CC'd to slow their progress. Rather than completely preventing the explosions, the name of the game here is to manage them. Blazing Eruption happens at either 100 energy on the ad or when the ad touches the boss, and as long as there's 15 seconds between eruptions, everything's cool. All of your CC tools will work here, so slow, stun, incap, and knock back away to manage the embers while letting them through one at a time. Of course, on normal, if you can kill all the embers in time, then just do that. On heroic, things get trickier with Molten Remnants. Basically, after 18 seconds of being dead, embers will reignite and get right back at it for the rest of the fight. Allowing them to touch the boss in a controlled way is much more important here, as that's the only way to get rid of them. On heroic, you'll also get Meteor Swarm during the intermissions, which is just more fire to dodge in case you were getting cold. Kill both the big flames and you're back to fighting Agramar in Phase 2. That is exactly like Phase 1 with the addition of new fiery flare zones. Flares spawn on random players and need to be dodged. At 40%, you'll get intermission number 2. This is just like the first intermission, except that this time, the big flame ads will also spit out Wake of Flame for you to dodge. We can't have you falling asleep. After that second intermission, you're into the final phase, which is very much like 1 and 2. Our flares are now empowered flares, which will now spit out Wakes of Flame instead of the boss. Keep your eyes open, stay on your toes, and finish the fight. So that is Agramar in Antorus the Burning Throne. If this video helped you out, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Check out my channel and subscribe for more raid guides and other useful WoW videos. Thanks for watching, don't stand in the fire, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!